Gentlemen, how are you all? Oh, yes, after such a long, long time, maybe it's been 7 years, or 7 months, or 7 minutes, or 7 days. I hope it's been 7 years, right? I missed you guys. I hope you guys did the same too. So yeah, without further delay, without further introduction, let's get into the game right away. This is the Morvex Mini Vex event. Yeah, Morvex's mini event and named as Mini Vex event. And you guys all are welcome as I am here. So now I'll be walking you through the first game, and this is starting on Sandhook. Nice. I see on the SEA region that Sanok has been completely dropped out, but on this region, this Sanok is available. That's so satisfying. Now, after the first flight path, we see the teams getting to their drop locations at the very first moment, and now they're trying to take some preparations. Whether some of the locations are being marked with lots of teams. It's like the cow location with two the teams, then the Painan location with two the teams, then the Kampong, or not the Kampong, but the Lakawi, yeah, from Quarry. It's been three of the teams in the middle. Now you see the battles been starting for some of the locations. I see this is in God X Genesis, and I see them getting engaged. Okay, not bad. But what they need to do is to be careful and make the covers so available whenever needed. Now they need the flanks, they need the backups, and for the backups they need to be behind the teammates as long as the angles. Now it is QX. Okay, I hope Istria. Okay, and Juice. This would be the pronunciations of these two players, but Rolex and Boo Boo joined too, but now they're not available. Team Ingesius is just getting engaged, and Ingesius has taken their first point too. Now, Team GNSS has taken the 2 points. Team Ingesius has taken their first number 1 point, but then Ingesius has secured their second point too. So that means Team Ingesius and GNSS, both of the teams, are just having 70 points. The first three games is the main competition because it's the score settlement time. And for the first game, the score settlement is just going smooth for GNSS, NGCs, and ATs. Yeah, it's been 5 points between these three teams, dividing by 2, 2, and 1. And some of the teams from the bottom are not getting any. So that's a matter of fact that not every team is getting engaged on the drop class. Some of the teams are just starting the game smooth. But now you see Juicy. Oh wow, it was such a short delay to be charging in with the Abakan, I hope, but the grenade will definitely take out the player. Yes, the grenade takes out. Juicy has made it. Now Villain is kind of outside of the compound, but definitely gets compromised with location. Now wants to go all out. Villain, can he fall back? I guess not. But here we go. Villain takes the lead again. This was a surprising moment. I was not expecting that Villain to take the point, but he takes it. Now he needs to heal up. It doesn't have any first aid kits left or any med kit, so yeah, he'll be waiting for the next play to come close. That's Timari is losing Blaze by Dorado. And now it's Villain exposing its footsteps. He knows what the player is. The player is inside of the compound and the player takes the shot with the help of the window, or through the window. And the battle was completed. Juicy has made it a clutch. So it wasn't 1v4 from the start. It was all alone Juicy himself. Nice. Team AT Esports did it great. The first team to get 4 eliminations here on this Vex or Mini Vex event. Now, you see Team HCs, NGCs, GNSs on the competition. Yeah, at the very first stage, there's 3 teams also taking some points, but now it's time for a new team. That's Team Metamind, I guess, to be starting the competition. Yeah, lots of surprises are waiting for us because lots of teams, lots of aggressive teams are getting ready. Now, The grenade comes really close and it deals some of the damages, but still the free team is just not scared of it, but going against it. But they're going against the odds, right? Only the final pair from the free team. If T should be the tag, but I see the tag of Erangel. This is Reinu. Uh-oh. Been charging the weapon so good. And Rival, not Reinu. This is Rival. Yeah. He would just do great, but oh, look at that slight peek. Was kind of dangerous for them, for all of them. I see now. It's not bad, but you see the situation. Okay, it's not going that smooth so far. Rival needs to change the position for now, as Kampong has been loaded with 3 of the teams. Now free team definitely needs the rescue, and the team next to them doesn't know about this rescue to be happening in. Yeah, Rukaya is a lucky person to have the rescue or expect the rescue after this time. It's the team of Tornalink. I see Levi, Chiwiwi, and then Pitox. Okay. Oh, Regan. Not bad. Now, the Tornalink team that says is trying to be in a good thing. Okay. Now I see the center. I see the north. I see the south and western. I see the eastern mid. I see the southern. Every corners are marked as the red zone, right? Because of the teams, like lots of teams are gathering together, right? So that means there can be some triple threat battles, there can be some 4x battles, and the battles will be started now. So Metamind definitely with the 4 LMs, and Team 80 with the 4 LMs, Team X's with 3, Team HC's with 2. HC's means Hatiara crew. Team OGES has their 1. APS has their 1. And there's at the top 9 teams to get some of the eliminations. Now from the bottom, it's Team On back with 2 of the eliminations, WSS with 1, and GS with 0. So that's it. Now we know about EPS, right? Yes. Now we know about Quantum X2 been eliminated, and QX not taking any point, GS not taking any point, but WSS taking 1. SVs, LLNs on backs. Okay, there's the teams I'm hoping for now. It's Team EPS on the feed with the knock, with the finish. Flanky has become dominative. Yep, and he has come on to the domination. Been taking 3 eliminations in his solo so far. Now, EPS will be in trouble because of Godric Genesis. Now, Godric Genesis only has the 1, and Auron doesn't need to compromise himself, right? But he compromised, and that's a matter of fact. Like, you need to, it definitely should need to think about that. Yeah, you should rethink before doing or taking any steps on these competitions. Now 17 teams in the lobby, and we see 20 teams participating here. 20 means like there were almost of 80 players, right? But now Team MWs, Team BKBs, because of losing the players, it's been a really thinkable moment, because they need to rethink about the formations, about the next plannings. Team OGS going in with the knocks. EXC is danger gone, secures the knock. TNZ is losing out the players again. Yeah, just the second stage, and the lobby shows its style. The teams are not just expecting to be holding that far. The teams are just going smooth, because the teams just loves to get experience, or loves to experience the clashes. The team actually loves to experience the lobby, loves to share their experiences to us. See, they're not just camping, or they're not just wasting the time. All of the thing that they're trying to do is to gather the intels. That's what you need the more intel you have, the more good you can plan, the more best the outcome would be. So definitely it's the motto that every team following on this meta. Now it's the European meta, and I love it because every team looks like they're serious. They're so concerned about their competition, about their skills. Now Team NGC is definitely in the mid of the Kampong Hill. Now they see Team Executioners. Can I say Team Executioners? No, it's only the Team Executioners. Now you see Team Executioners winning the problem, but also dealing with the problem too at the same time. And Executioners is just been in the hurry, but in GCs, this is really going bad for them as bots need to get close, and he's going for the rescue before even scouting the area. That might get him in trouble because he didn't actually implemented any kind of smokes. Now it's Team Lelina Esports with Bryce, Gypsy, Mary, and Tweaks. They're the players in this team. Specifically, it's Bryce right now to be surviving, and then on the down part, on the ground floor, Danger got been hunted down, and our own been hunted down too. It's YYG's been completely eliminated by Chota Don, and then also MBB from Midamind been attacked from Hatiara Fuse. Then Election it is indeed Dorado. Now it's time for Election to go forward with the clutch, but no, he cannot go with the second knock. He'd be decimated by the support of Chotadon. Chotadon does mean the cute little Don. Yeah, Chotadon. But I really do love the name. Yeah, I do respect it too. But now I see Hachara Kyusha Polo being charged with Emoji Esports. It's been really 15 teams in the making on this third stage now. OGS. It's been a problematic position for them with Team NGCs. This situation is not going so far so good. APS also losing out the players. Now NGC is definitely lost two. Now became the final two. Becoming a duo Enigma. Oh man, I was in the middle of the dream and I'm back to cast in the game. That's a matter of fact. Sometimes I might shut a little because I need to just refresh myself. Now, if you talk about the Kampong location, now the zone is definitely getting shifted on the eastern again and again, right? Yes, and it's the center of Kampong. Usually, main GC being on the center, watching at the north, and some of the teams not, some of the teams, but maximum teams are on the western side to be waiting to get into inside of this atmosphere. Now, lots of them would be engaged on the edge battles, on the edge chaos, and the chaos would deal them losing out the teammates too. But that's a matter of fact. You'd love to watch out for this event, right? It's indeed the final 15 teams for the first match to be dealing with. There are 5 eliminations for Team TSRX. There are 5 eliminations for the Midminds. Earlier, a moment ago, we saw about the Midmind like they were been attacked, but somehow they dealt it good. Again, it's NGC's elation to go with a grenade and Satmat from the Midmind been taken out. Then it's Phoenix been taken on too, but Aru comes with the support with elation, yeah, and then Enigma comes with Gyrox. Simultaneous battles into the times, right? Into the locations. It's NGC's Cobra. He knows where to charge the grenade. He charges the grenade. The grenade would deal some of the damages with the bladed player, but no, it's not happening. Now it's Dorado from OG Esports inside of the compound. Wintox with the grenade takes one of the opponent and takes one of his own teammates too, and that gets Rivo in an advantage to finish the discants. Now it's sorted on Showdown and his teammates. The team in GC Sports will not survive anymore. We're down to 13 teams. Then we saw Team Aries, Team G's, Team Executioners, Team GNSS, Team QX, Team WSS been eliminated. But it's been really some good advantages for Team Executioners, Team GCs, and the Team of GNSS because they are not going empty-handed from this game, right? 4, 4, and 3, and 1 of the point for the teams for the bottom teams will be in the eliminated ones. Now then, Team TSR, you see them being engaged in a head-on-head combat. Then Team Metamite comes in and takes the charge and takes two the players in a blitzer situation and finishes the final one too. And that leads to Metamind Sports getting their 8 eliminations. Not bad, really good. And still Metamind does hope for the final standing moment. It's indeed the Team Silver Star tagged as SVs to be eliminated, and they're on the slot of tunneling. So now I know the name, perfect name. Then the zone getting supported on the western side. It's been a good hardship, and it's taking the center from the Kampongs western. And I see that. I see that it's really going smooth. The first game definitely looks like the last game of a grand finale stage because the teams are getting, more serious day by day. It's the 5th stage and you still 10 teams being alive. And that's a lot of teams, right? That's a lot of teams. Now on the edge, on the center, on every edges. If you talk about the southern, the northern, the western, the eastern, then the battle would be happening, and the next zone would definitely bring the chaos, the biggest chaos of this lobby. It's gonna be starting from the 6th stage. Now it's Team OG Sports been after taking the first knock. Now they're trying to get close with the Midamines, and here you go. Toradon been executed himself. And knows who the players are. Goes with the pre-fire. The Naru takes it. He knew that what could happen. Loco comes in with Havu, and Chiwi takes down BKB Easies. Then Levi takes Arrivo. Chiwi takes Iza, and Sadman takes Wintox. Wintox takes all. Metamind with Team OG Esports and Metamind. It's their time to rule, and now Metamind rules it against it with the grenades, and the grenades comes close for Phoenix, but then Aru tries to deal with Dorado with just one grenade. That situation was still was settled. That is settled. Team Urban Sport has their 12 eliminations for now. It's Phoenix been touched by the blue zone. Still, you have 20 seconds left to go for the rescue, and it needed a slight bit of support on the outside of the circle to just make it sure that your teammates are surviving. It's the final 4 teams, gentlemen, in the making for the first chicken dinner attempt. It's Team On Back Esports to be eliminated now. The 4 teams are Lelenin Esports and 3 teams. Team Hatiara Chris and Team Miramar. Look at that. Hatiara Chris Loco goes in with the free team, and not with the free team. But with the team of HPs. No, it's the free team. I should say that. Now you see that Levi or Liva 10 maybe. Rival. Use just a grenade. That grenade deals the first knock. Now Liva. Okay. Use just the grenade too. I can hear that. And I missed the closing competition too. It's Loco. Oh my goodness. What is that? That was a surprise, right? Yeah, I see that. Apollo takes out Sadman. Then Wolf takes out Rukaya. Okay. Then I see Team Metamind been winning against MGs. So MG should be eliminated. Then it Liva to be eliminated with the grenade. What is happening? How the heck that happened? But who actually did charge the grenade? That was a surprise. I was not expecting that. It's Team Hatiara Chris with the Team Metamines. But Metamines looks like they have been exposed on the outside of the 7th stage. Oh man, it is indeed the 7th stage. Now Metamine needs just the first knock because it's from 3 different angles from the side of Hatiara Chris. And Daru knows where the Apollo should be, where the 3rd player should be. And here we go, Aru makes the first knock. That converts the situation. It's an 1v2 right now. And if and only if he could take the second one. Yes, Aru takes the second one too. He finishes the player. Now Aru needs to get inside, but he denies the kill. And there comes the chicken dinner for the Team Hatiara creators. Tashi to be thinking so quick at the very end of the match. And this is the grenade and they're outside of the zone, and that deals the situation that kill was not denied. Metamind's last kill was secured, and the chicken dinner. The winner chicken dinner that comes for Team Hattiera Crews, and that's where Team Hattiera Crews deserves to be in. And but I definitely love to point out about the Metaminds, because the Metamind were taking lots of elimination points. You should remember that Aru was able to take the 15 number of elimination and then the 16 number of elimination to at the same time, right? So yeah, and Aru made it sure that he was going out with the elimination points. So that was definitely 22 points of collection within the teams of Midamind and Hatera Chris. But Midamind did it great. And if you talk about the Hatera Crews, then it is also good, because the eliminations with the 10 placement points, with the 10 points for the chicken dinner gets them 23 points. But for the Metaminds, it's been 22 points even without taking the chicken dinner. That's the aura of Metaminds. 14, not 14, but 16 freaking eliminations in the first game. If the team actually makes it consistently the same numbers, like more than 12 plus of eliminations, then the team can become the champions on every tournament. You have to be capable to fight against 3 teams inside of a lobby. Now the match summary, that says 77 of total eliminations were there and 84 of total knockouts, because 20 teams are participating, right? So lots of players are there. It's 6,246 of total healings and 37 of assists, 5 of eliminations and 0 of vehicle eliminations were there. So the match summary says it was so clear and smooth and aggressive to the same time, because at the start of the very first game, the teams are not taking risks, but they're looking for the opportunities to fight against the opponents, to secure the kills on their backpacks. Only 1 point of the gap between Team Hattiera Crew and Team Metaminds, 23 versus 22. But the higher elimination term scores for Metaminds, and a slight lower, but not that much, because 13 eliminations is also good for Hattiera Crews. But in the terms of the knocks, it was 3 plus rather than Hattiera Crews to Metaminds. And in the damage, oh wow, that's kind of dope, right? It's 2300, yeah, and that's 2300. Means 2357 and 2331, and that means kind of same, right? So same, but it's still 12 knocks were there from the mines, but so they're just converting it good, and they converted it to 16 while Team Hatera Crew converted it to 13. And then the survival time was also close. Yeah, it is both the teams at the end of the match to be fighting in for the chicken dinner to be making in. And now only 1 point of the gap settles the score within the teams on the leaderboard. Now see the Wolf from Metaminds. Yes, he definitely became the MVP, because he has got a name of MVP alphabetically. So that's more like it is 6 elims and 872 total damages, 4 of assists and 349 of healings and 2 of knockouts. Mind Wolf MVP, yeah, he deserves it on this very first game, but this can be broken by by some other players in the second game. I would love to look out for the competitors of Wolf. It's Mind Wolf on the second with 6 eliminations. It's T-Rex Rukaya with 6 eliminations too. It's Terakus Apollo with 4 eliminations, and Miss Loco with 4 eliminations. I love to pronounce the name as Miss Loco. I could say like Miss Loco, but no, Miss Loco. It sounds good. But in the terms of like entertainment, then if we talk about the match rankings, then definitely Team Hatterkis are taking 23 and Metaminds are taking 22. But then the third competitive team, as known as Free Team, taking 13 only. So there comes the gap of 10 points with the table toppers. And now we see the OG Esports with 8 eliminations, only the top 4 teams, right? Lelina Esport. Lilina Esport, yeah, but taking 7 only. The Soul Reapers taking 6, 640 Mid Esports, 540 Monbeck Esports, and JC Sports are taking 4 only from the first battle they're dealing earlier. Team Executioners are taking 4, yeah, only the first Dropless battle has been owned by the teams with 4 eliminations, and that's Team Epsilon X to be taking those 4 points, same. 3 points for Team Garrick Genesis, as they're starting the competition of thinking like, okay, this team would definitely do great, but yeah, we can hope for the next 3 games to be coming up on that point. Now it's me, your QR on the caster desk on this Vex mini event. So mini Vex event, yeah, definitely the same. Now let's watch out for the schedules. It's the first game on Sanok, and Team Hajar Arcus has just stamped their logo on the first Sanok game. But definitely the upcoming game would be on the OG map of Erangel, and we'd be watching out for that. But before that, let us take a little bit of break, and you can still watch out the highlights of the first game. Stay tuned with us and make sure that you subscribe and support the organization. PMMT Hito presents Vex Mini Event. Gentlemen, welcome back after such a short little break on the Vex mini event. With me, it's QRK as your host on the second game. We'll be watching on for the 4 games every Saturday on this month, and from the next month, every Friday and Saturday on this channel. So make sure to subscribe the channel and make sure to support the organization as they're making a lot of works, doing a lot of works in the background in the back end to just get the premiumness on this event. With me with the broadcast, yes, it's been definitely going so smoothly, the competition to be watching it, to be enjoying in. I hope the sound is okay, bro. Please check out the engine sound with the caster sound, as the caster sound should be higher and the engine sound should be a little bit of lower. So yeah, it'll be checked in. Now let's talk about the drop clashes and the drop locations of teams. Definitely, I do not know about the drop locations at the first, but I can see the drop clash battles from the Georgia Pool Southern City. Every time you'd hear me out, you just hear that I pronounce it as the drop clash battles. Why? You can ask why. It's because it's the part of the whole game, whole competitive game. The drop clash battle actually decides a lot. It can be a turning point for you if you want to take out your opponent on the leaderboard at the very first, at the very beginning of a competition, and if you can go for the aggression, for the collection of your gap points, right, to be filling in those gaps, into be in a neck to neck situation with the opponents that you would love to get a battle with, get a brawl with, right? So that's the point I was talking about for the Droglash battles. Now it's definitely the Georgia Pool Southern City where the fight will occur. It's definitely the Melter, the military base, and the shelter. And obviously it can be on range too, but I see the first battles starting with Team 80 Esports. Yes. Where they are, we're gonna watch out them. Yes, it's Team 80 Esports on a mini screen where Habbu been taken out, and there I see Tomaroman X, Potato Aim, and Juicy. Oh, but what Juicy did? Juicy did knock out and finish Joy Boy. Yeah, he finished it. Oh no. Tomar Oman Xi. Tiamar Oman Xi. No, it's taking such a good play. The player was not expecting something to be happening. Team 80 has listened to the players. It's TNG's Rocky to go with the eliminations, and TNG's taking the charge of the warehouse. Okay, not the warehouse, that's a museum, right? It's Why So Serious. I love the name. Why So Serious? Oh wow. Even just 5 or 6 years ago, there was a controversy on Twitch. I was there and I was just trolling the other, like, hey man, why so serious, man? Why so serious? Now I see the name, I see the tag after just 6 years in about the team's name. Okay, Team Midamind Sports in the problem, and Team Midamind Sports not in the problem, but making the problem against Team WSS. Look at the grenade of Oru. It just not creates a new knock, but it definitely secures the previous knock, right? Okay, now it's Team OG's divided MG's SH, and then Midamind's all comes up with the finish that leads Team WSS to win a solo. There comes the first knock, there goes the second knock from BRP. It is such a quick 1v2, and now BRP tries to go for the third, but then Sadmat takes out BRPs, and Why So Serious tagged as WSS being eliminated. But the 1v2 clans was so smooth, right? And then all PP getting eliminated. It's the Metaminds to be taking the first 4 eliminations after being on the second after the first game, right? But now they're on the top after the first 4 eliminations with them. Then they're competing with the Team Hatiara Krius. You know what's happening, right? Team Hatiara Krius has one of the point of lead, but now they will share 3 points of a gap with the Team Metaminds. That's the change after the Dropless battle. So I was talking about earlier at the start of the game, right? Now it's Team QRX. Not QRX, but QX. Yeah, to be eliminated. MGs eliminates them. And Team OGES. Okay, then no more. 80 Sports, then no more. Team QX, I hope then no more. But no, it's still Team QX available. It's the name of Quantum X. And you see Boo Boo. And Boo Boo. Okay. Boo Boo is a good name. Then Boo Boo. Baba. No. Boo Boo. Boo Boo. Fitza. You see Tweaks. Wow, what a trace! What a trace! That was a 360 trace. Now it switches the weapon, and there comes the second knock. It's Silver Star tricks. Not only one, but the second one was smooth. That is a 360 vehicle trace. I loved it. Silver Star tricks can be able to rescue up the players again. But for Team Quantum X, yeah, the push is coming. BB knows that the vehicle is getting closer. There are some players like who would love to switch out the position, but BB getting been able to survive. Nine tails eliminated BB. Is that the Naruto? Because that's the nine tails, right? The nine tails is a beast. Let's see if we can prove on it. It's the 16 teams on the second game, and why I love this European rating, because the battle's too fast. Yeah, they take the battles too fast, not too fast, but according to the plans, and I love that because they're not just waiting for any opportunities. They're making the opportunities. They're converting the situations, converting the teams in from the squad to the trash duo, and then solo, and then zero, like eliminated. Then you see the team TSR definitely named as not named as, but definitely been at the 7th position on the overall leaderboard. Now has their first elimination point. Now if they wants to be in the top 3, they need to cross over of 16 points. Like 17 points is the cutoff number. No, not the cutoff number. I see TSRX needs total of 10 points more to be on top 3. So this is definitely gonna be awesome. Now beside Georgia Pool, this location says it has Kirkland Esports with us, and Kirkland Esports has the Mr. Perfect, Lois, Querito, and Blake Daddy X on this team. Now it's Gurklin to be searching out. The Georgia Pool Hill should be a good location to scout out the Gatka, the Pochinki, the surroundings of the location of Georgia Pool. Yeah, even they can scout out on the Georgia Pool northern city too, on the southern city too, by just taking one of the hill support. It's been really great if you can even spot out one vehicle. That should be one of intels for you. Now the time has come to shrink with the first stage, and the zone supports the hospital as its center, and JC takes the path of Yasna's bridge to be inside on this shooting from the shooting range on this stage, and team executioners would be behind them. Team Biggie Base with team TSRs. Okay, there are 4 of the teams we see from the northern, and we see on the mid of east. Yeah, only 4 of the teams are just trying to get close, get inside on the second stage. Now team Gurklin is both definitely waiting for the teams to get close to them, because they're on the center part on the Georgia Pole, and that means they can have the lead on this match too. But it's not about the lead of the zone support, it's sometimes about the IQ, the skills that you're habitual at, because you need to respond quick and more quicker according to your competition, like how it's going on, right? Then let's talk about team executioners. Yeah, but 1200 meters more to go, more to get in. It's still, you see the path, the 70 is so clear. Now the teams are just waiting on the checkpoints. So for executioners, it's been more smooth and more safe, and more safer than ever. Now the sleep, now the sleeping, or the sleeping meta is just attacking me. I'm just trying to lay down at the table. It's team TSRs to be fighting team BKBs. Now team BKB is losing out Thunder. KK takes the first knock. Then team back belt team will be eliminated because of the second stage and the damage of it, because he was such in low HP that even the second stage has gotten him. Now team TSR, the Soul Reapers, known as, scouted out and not been able to take his points. So TSRX would expect 3 points, Metamind would expect 4 points, Hatera Chris would expect nothing, but Metamind is both. They did good in the first game, right? Remember that? There are 16 freaking eliminations, and the final 1v2 clutch were smooth. But Hatera crew, how they were taking the decision of getting split from 3 different angles, from the mid, from the left, from the right, and the left and the right angle was broken, and the mid was able to take the chicken. But it could be different, right? No. Garrick Genesis getting beside Quaddy 471, 471 meters from the second stage. Now, definitely the 15 teams would entertain us. It's Team Metamind at Terra Cruz and MGs too again, but MG is being touching at Terra Cruz 16 eliminations total. That means they would need 7 more points. So MGs needs 7 more. Then OGs needs to wait for the second game. Not for the second, but the third game. The Soul Reapers doesn't need to wait that much. They only need 17 points from this game to be competing with Team Hatera Cruz. But if they can be able to take more than that, then definitely they're gonna get closer to Team Metamind. Now Team AT Esports, Team Lelin Esports, Team On Back, Team TNGs, Team NGCs, Executioner, CPS. This team on the bottoms can also come on top as a new table topper, because this is just the second game, right? So you know what's happening on the first game. Now you also do know about a favorite quote of mine, and the quote is, anytime anything can happen on a competitive match, and on the first 3 games there comes the top to bottom shuffle. Now it's indeed the second game in between the 3 games, and then the 4 games. So that means, yeah, definitely this is gonna be the shuffle up map game for the teams, right? So from the bottom teams, you can expect some comebacks. Team MWs, Team RS, Team SBs, Team Gs, Team Genesis, Team EPS, Team XS, Team AGs, Team TNGs can have the comeback, can be a new tabletop on after this game too. So that's the opportunity that this game is bringing for them, because the point is not untouchable. This point is not unbreakable. It definitely is breakable, and they might want to go for the broken, but the zone is supporting the complete western mid this time. It's taking the hospital as the center, and now you see from the Georgia poll, it's still on back esports. So I've been taking those earlier positions. That'll get them the advantages that they need. That's the point of taking the earlier rotations, right? Yeah, it's kind of 3 rotations. One is the earlier rotation, second one is the late rotation, and third one is the, according to the shrink. Yeah, the shrink rotation, like, according to the zone shrink, the team rotates with the blue zone shifts. Now, some executioners, it's time to watch out for this team, as they have been watched out by Hatiara Krish, and Loco has made the first knock. That's Miss Loco. Yeah. So Miss Loco has gotten a first knock. She can become the MVP definitely. Last time I saw Miss Loco, she was the MVP. This time I see Miss Loco, she was in the MVP list on the first game. So that's where my expectations got further, because she's maintaining the consistency even after even if I'm watching her after just 14 days. Now it is indeed Team MWs to be fighting with Team Lady Esports, Team Metamind fighting with Team TNGs, Team TSRs fighting with Team GEs, and then TNGs getting eliminated by the hand of Team Metamind. Metamind has taken the 6 eliminations, now going with the third team to fight with, and that might be another team. This is Team Gurkhan Esports in the push in the making, and look at the slamming. That was such an aggressive one. Mr. Perfect eliminated the opponent at the right time, and now they'll survive. Oh wow, that was such a quick knock by Nasty. A nasty one. He knows what the second player could be. And a nasty takes the M249 in hand, and I really do love the M249 because of its accuracy and the way of spraying bullets. But now you see that the grenade, or it gets in the right direction, but VNY changes the position as soon as he understands that the grenade is in the cook. Now Mr. Loco should change the position, the grenade gets the blast, and then Nasty gets eliminated. Loco did it so great. Hatiara Chris Loco has taken all of the eliminations from this location so far. Now we're down to top 12 teams. It's indeed Team Bitter Minds in the top with 7 eliminations, even after losing the first player from the first brawl. Then the most wanted tagged as MWs on the Georgia Pole City side. Yes, indeed, this is the southern city of the Georgia Pole location, and the northern city, I might guess it is empty, but it should not be, right? Then the Team Hype or Team On Back, close to Team MWs. Team Lerin Sports close to the city. Team MWs been waiting for the surprise to be happening in Reagan, Liva, and then Pirax supports here, and then Chapo, V4 losing lots of HPs. This is Chapo. Okay. And Chapo in Bengali means move aside, brother. Now Chapo from Team Most Wanted, waiting for the next player to get inside, and has led the first player to get on the first floor. This is the ground floor, and the player is on the top of Chapo V4. He definitely charges to the smokes to just block out the visuals against Hatiara Cruz because he knows that that party is just getting started. There's going to be a triple threat gameplay. Team Lenin is puts in trouble. Reagan has been taken out with VNY with such a good grenade, and that grenade was bouncing. And then Chapo V4, okay, is still waiting in the compound. Now he knows that he needs to deal with the 1v1. Yes, he wants that for the player. He takes the player out. And then Chapo would go for the finish too, but would he? Definitely, but no, he's not. Hatiara Chris are getting close. SMK Phoenix from the middle mine, taking another point. Hatiara Chris eliminating the kill. And then Chapo V4 been eliminated by Peter X. Yeah, that's Team Lenin Sports, right? It's Red Sports again on the screen, and with a really close combat game. It's Team Gardex Genesis, and look at that. Team Gardex Genesis has charged lots of LEDs grenades inside of this compound. But not yet. Still, they're not getting the nerves. But Gardex Genesis needs to be recalibrated out. Yeah, that's Team REs to be getting close. That's Python. It's Elysian. Ninetales in the Kufi with the Scarline. Riser with the Grenade with Elysian. Genesis with the first knock with the first lead. Rival with Gypsy. And Python with Hydra. Gardex Genesis loses the player. Radar Esports needs the time to go for the rescue. Uses the Molotov on the stage to be blocking out Team Radar Esports. And then the zone completely supports the Georgia Pool Southern City. Now Mr. Perfect on the northern side, right? Mr. Perfect would come in, but Red Sports, oh wow, definitely eliminates Team Gardex Genesis. Now Gardex Genesis are not surviving anymore. The Miramaindi Sports again with lots of elimination points, like the highest elimination points so far been taken from this particular game, but you can look out for there's 2 ads there as they're going with the second competitors, and the second competitors are Team Hatiara Cruz. Hatiara Cruz been taking 5 elims. MJ is taking 7. OGS taking 2. Lilin taking 3. ABS taking 2. On back taking 0. RS taking 5. G is taking 5. And GS is taking 0. But still the Miss Beach are available from the bottom. It's their time to shine. Hatiara Cruz would love to shine up, but it's not the moment. The momentum would be making in 200 meters to go for Team Lilini Sports to be making in on the 5th stage. Only the final player is left, and that named as Pitax. It's Twix from Silver Star. It's Tashi from Hatiara Cruise. Still in within the top 10 teams. This team is the second competitor, gentlemen. And this team also has taken 5 eliminations. That there's the 6 total gap fill ups. It's still sharing 2 more points of a gap. There comes the 30 total point for the Miramind, and there comes 28 total point for the Matera. Chris 2 points in the making. On back goes in with Kirito. Then Tyson comes with the finish of Kirito. Then Team Miramind's taking such a safe compound. Magic G's Esports is in the problem. MZS should have a good name as Magic G's. Now there I see on back. It's good too. It's good too. So it's going in so wrong because Jaraku Tashi has stepped in, but how he is stepping in because they're on the edge. So that's how they are interrupting. Magic J's rival has taken out Mr. Loco, and Eve were waiting for this opportunity has taken Mr. Perfect in a perfection. So that's the perfection right now. He goes in for the next player. He knows that the player is just using the grenades to be charging in. It's Plague Danish. Then Blaze and the kill feed with Phoenix. Miramines loses another one because of Team Red Sports. The zone is about to be shrinked in just 20 seconds. Ninetales takes Loco. Ninetales takes Apollo. Matera Chris in the trouble in the problem. Tashi been watched out and been taken out by rival. Tashi is eliminated. It's just the final player of VMY. VMY knows there is not only one but two players. And yes, he goes in with a shotgun, but then takes out, or gets taken out by Ninetales from the left corner with a jump shot. Then Plague Daddy, yeah, been taking these damage of the vision now. Watches for the final player, and that was Eve from Team Hype, taking the final kill and taking the vehicle 2 to make it inside. And then Team G's are eliminated. Team Atera Chris are eliminated. We're down to top 6 teams. So Red Esports are going in aggressive. And Red Esports has eliminated Team Lenin Esports. And that's it. We are down to top 14, gentlemen. Another team will be set off for the elimination. And that will be none other than the team of SV Silver Star. Now, definitely, we're down to top 4 teams. It's Team Miramind, the table toppers again in these final end game, and the competitor Satyara Creation not surviving anymore. So this is clearly the advantage for the Miramind Esports as they're sharing 2 points for the gap as the live ranking shaders, and now they're going in to increase more of the points, right? It's Team Free team inside the compound. Miramind knows about this. Red Sports been attacked by the Miramind's. Aru been taking the first knock here, and now Aru needed to heal up, but all he has is just to the first aid kits left. And here it's sad mad, yeah, to be waiting for the player to get down, and then Aru comes up with the pressure, and then Ninetales takes Sadman. Now Sadman gets in cover, the grenade gets close, and the grenade deals lots of damages. Ninetales loses lots of HPs. Then comes the spam, and the grenade goes. Ninetales would be eliminated by Aru, and Midamind has gotten the 9 eliminations, and within the top 3 teams, top 3 means 5 replacements, and 9 elimination means, yeah, a total of 14 points are coming out from this game for Team Miramind. It's the second game and they're making it for the consistency, right? But if and only if Miramind can increase the next 5 points, yeah, only from the placement. So if he can increase those 5 points to 6 or 7, that would be beneficial. But no, not anymore. It's Top G from Team GC Esports taking out Miramind, and then Miramind finishing the game on top 3 gets them 5 elimination points. In total, that gets them 14 points of a collection. It's Team Red Sports. The final game sets on fire between Team NGCs and Team Red Sports. It's 2v3, right? So Botstar, and Top G's from NGCs. Countering. But I see Botstar using a grenade. The grenade. Should it deal with the first knock? No, it's not. Top G's. Oh, the grenade goes in such a good place, and then I see Top G is charging a new grenade. Still has gotten 3 more grenades. Team Radar Esports doesn't know where exactly bots is waiting for. Even if they do understand, like where the player is, they cannot deliver the grenade in here. But that's such a good, precise location to be using in to throw out the grenade. But Red Eye Sports are taking some time. Yeah, the final battle, right? So you should be careful. Both the teams need to fast. And Red Eye Sports has taken the next lead again. It's elation for you against Top G's. And then Team Red Eye Sports has taken out Team MGCs just like the final push. Just with the final push. That was such a great moment for Team Red Eye Esports. Congratulations for Team Red Eye for taking the second chicken dinner on the second game. Now we see the winner chicken dinner for Team Red Eye Esports. Congratulations to the team again. Look at the final moment. It is to Miramine, right? To be taken on those Magic G's. Yeah, and the final grenade was such accurate for 9 tails. Then Mirabandi Sports trying to make out the smoke and behind the tree trying to fall back. But later when it tried to fall back, that was such a good moment, a sneak peek moment for Top G's. But after the knockoff elimination, the second finish was so smooth from the Team Red Eye Esports, and now Team Red Eye can count a total of 12 eliminations for this game and 22 of total points in a collection to come back to compete to the table topper. 7 eliminations for Blaze in a solo, and they dealt a total of 818 damages. 818 damages, I'd love to say 818 damages, so not bad because he might come up with the MVP title. I should expect that for. Now the chicken dinner stats. After that, we know that the competition has been shuffled. But not more than the Morvexes, not more than the Miraminds, right? Yes, because Miramind did secure 22 points without the chicken dinner on the first game by taking 16 eliminations with finishing on top second. And now Team Miramind has taken another 14 total points from this particular game with 9 elims and 5 replacements. See, that's the consistency I was talking about. And Miramind would be on top after 2 of the games. And then on the second, it is definitely gonna be the team Terra Cruz with the team Reda Esports in the top 5 teams. The match summary, it says 74 elims and 74 knocks were there with 9,000 of feelings, 1 of vehicle eliminations, 30 on WAF assets, and 6 of grenade eliminations. So the match summary, it's good indeed. But now we need this third match to be happening in. The comparison that says Red Eye Sports with the team Magic G's. So yeah, Magic G's is taking 17 and Red Eye is taking 22. But 13 for the Magic G's, named as free team, tagged as MZS, and 12 for team Red Eye Sports as per the eliminations per the damage says. MZS, known as team free team, has taken 2247 total damages and 1797 damages for the team Red Eye Sports. It's indeed the match MVP, and that's 9 tails with 8 elims and 1063 total damages, man. 9 tails. He has really gotten those 9 tails because he's getting so powerful. The 6 knockouts, smooth. Okay, I love that. I do like this. Now we saw about the second game, and we know that the third game would definitely be dangerous for the competition, right? Yeah, so let's go for the top players of the game. After 9 kills, it's definitely gonna be Blaze from Red Eye Sports, who's taking 7 elims and 8 in damages. Then it's Miramind's All with 6 elims and Rival with 4. Twix with 3 elims, and that's it. The top players list is completed. I need to see the overall top players list too. Before that, let's watch it for the match rankings. It's it's just 0 points for team Black Belt, team Executioners, got Genesis and Most Wanted. 1 point for team Moisture Series, 2 point for team Epsilon X, 2 point for team OG Sports, 80 Sports are getting 2. The Soul Reapers getting 3, 4 for team Lenin Sports, 4 for team Quantum X, and 4 for team TNG Esports 2. 6.4 to the teams, it's like Silver Star on Becky Sports, and 2 of the more teams Hatera Christian Kirkland Sports. 7 points for team Indicious, 14 points for team Miramind, 17 points for the team Free Team, and 22 points for the team Red Eye Esports. That's the match rankings. Now we'd love to watch out for the overall top players list after two the games. Yes, it's Miramain's all with 12 elims and 1826 total damages in total, 11 of knocks and carry of total 6 after two the games, right? Then Rivo getting 7 elims with 1600 damages, 5 points for the gap in the elimination of the making, and 200 of total damages in the gap, right? Then it's Ninetales with 8 elims, Loco with 7 elims, and Dolphin BB with 7 elims too. But the damages are higher, more than 1000, and that means the combination is going as balanced. But still, Miramain's Wolf is just playing it good. Now, after the overall top players list, we'd like to watch out for the overall leaderboard after the first two games. It's definitely going to be the Miramain Sports in the top with 36 points in total after two the games without been taken, even without taking any of the chicken dinners. Yeah, then the free team on the second. But look at that. The free team has taken 30 total points, 6 points for the gap with the team Miramain Sports to be fighting in a neck-to-neck situation. Then team Hatiara Chris been taking 29 points and team Red Eye Sports taking 22. NJC is taking 11, Lelin taking 11, Onback taking 11, OG Sports taking 10, TSRX taking 9, AT is taking 8, SV is taking 6, G is taking 6, EPS taking 6, TNG is taking 5, 4.4 team QX, 4.4 team XS, 3.4 team GNSS, 2.4 team BKBs, and WSS is taking 2 points too. MW is taking 0 points, and that's it. The overall ranking says we got the top 5 competition, but no, we got the top 4 competition going in. Boom! Like anybody can become the next table topper on the third game. The third game we should expect for the mid-bottom teams. Yeah, because they do have those 10, 11, 9, 8 points. So they can have the comeback after the third game, right? It's definitely going to be into the Miramar map. We have seen Sanok, we have seen Erangel. Now we'd love to watch it for the Miramar game upcoming match. It'll be number 3. Yes, and now it's time for me to take the caster desk, and then we'll be right back after a short little break, gentlemen. Stay tuned with me, QRK, on this Vex mini event, a mini Vex event. So I'll be right back. welcome back again to the PUBG Mobile Morvex presents the mini Vex event, and now it's me, QRK, your host on the custard desk again with the third game. And after such a quick elimination of the first two games, we now know what is the competition, right? Yes, and the competition is about for 6 points in the gap within the top two teams. That's the team Metamind and then the team Free Team. Yeah, and now Free Team has become the second competitor, right? So on this game, what's that gonna be is Team Morvex, not Morvex, Team Metamind Esports would love to increase their elimination or total points as they did on the previous two games. And then the rest of the teams, like the Free Team, Terra Cruise, Radar Esports, would go for the filling in for the gap ones, right? Okay, so let's go for the situation. Let's see the flight path. Now, definitely the flight path is just taking a bit of extreme south. And it is taking the extreme south, right? Yeah. But the zone is supporting on graveyard as the center point, and then you see lots of teams been jumping on the drop locations. Puerto Paraíso has gotten a big brawl. Pegado has gotten the big brawl. Varadilma, Chumacera, Montenegro has gotten the biggest brawl here. But lots of teams needs to get inside in the first stage, and that means we'll have some of the teams, not some of the teams, but lots of teams been in the problem, right? Then okay. Give me a second. Yeah. Okay, now I'm back. Elation, been taken out by Ninetales again. Okay, this is the guy Ninetales, which became the MVP on the previous second game, right? And now he is just getting another elimination point. That means he's so consistent. So much consistent, right? Let's go for the rest of the 20 teams. It's Team NGC Esport, gentlemen. TSR's Top G, NGC's Cobra, playing from NGC's. But the Soul Reapers, Top G, is playing with NGC's. How? Okay, that's how it's happening. Elation will be finished out. And Elation, just to watch us out for the revenge. Ninetales takes the minifoot in hand and eliminates the player. And now then we see the fight. We see the fight. It's the team Sylvester from the Montenegro. Then there's the team TNZs with the team ATs. But that's from the kill feed, right? But for the team Sylvester, it's a good moment because the battle has not started yet. Free team is definitely in the second position with 30 total points. Has gotten their first elimination. Needs 5 more to cross over to Midmines. Hatiara Chris needs a lot of points, like total 7 points to just deal with the team Midmines. Team Radar Sports needs a lot of like 14 points to be equal with the team Midmines. And that's the top 4 competition. So in between the top 4 teams, she is 16 points in the gap. And then on the top 5 there has been a lot of more points, like total 27 total points for the gap, right? Yeah, it's almost about the 30 points. The grenade eliminations is just active vice serious, taking to using the grenades to take out the players, and that's also a smoother one. Now I see team Why So Serious is just trying to Chris, then Barry, Bryce, Twix, and Gypsies from the Silver Star team with the team Why So Serious, right? But Barry He knows where the player is, goes in with the grenade. Definitely, the grenade can hunt down the player. The grenade goes and it makes no the knocks. Chapo V4 makes a new knock too, and then we see Chapo V4 finishing on that. And now I see Team White so serious from the Montenegro. So not bad, not bad. But yeah, we want to see the Devil Topper teams. That's from Red A Sports, that's from Atera Crew, that's from Miramind, and that's from the team Free, you know, team. Yeah, just named as Freedom, but not free. Definitely, you should pay for them if you want them to be playing by your side, right? That's a matter of fact. Now, I see Team ATE Sports to be fighting with Team TNGS, and ATE has completely taken the first knock, and now TNGS is doing it good. And then Rocky, yeah, has taken a grenade in their hand. That means Rocky would go for the hunt. But ATE Sport, can they finish their game? Uh, Now maybe the sound is fixed. Yeah, I know that. I know that. Team ATE Sport with the close in combat. Then I see BKB. Okay, okay. Now we know about the sleeping terms. It's a black belt team. Wow, wow. Two the players been attacked. The team MWs winning 3 eliminations at the start. ATE Sports winning against TNGs. TNGs losing out the player, but then trying the revenges by countering with the UMB pipe. Then it's Professor with fighting TMR Oman. The VIPs from MW has taken another one. It's the most wanted, wants to get close. It is wants to get close with TNGs, but Demo Hora from a black belt team and Jiggy69. These are the two the players to be defending against the push and against the odds. It's Ziggy or Jiggy. Then Potato Aim with Rocky, the finish of Rocky. You saw that. It's Jiggy to be waiting for the players. Now the grenade comes in, it hunts the first knock. And then the next player eliminates the final push. That will still be able to be eliminated. It's the La Bandita from the center. Team OG Sports with the close proximity. Okay, I hope the battle starts. Yes, Vish. Silver Stars. Team the Soul Reapers with Executioners. Team Why So Serious with Team Silver Stars. Team ATs with Team TNGs. Team TSS with Team Executioners. Team OG Sports with Team Metaminds. And now OG Sports needs to be defending in Sad Man has taken Doritos. Dorime. That's music, okay. It's Bryce with Death Stare. The BRPs. Wow, with 2 of the knocks. Ulf has taken Scats. Then Executioner Star been taken out. Silver Star and not continuing the game anymore. It's the Executioners with their first 3 players in the bleed out situation. They needs to do the rescue. But if they want the rescue, yeah, if they want to do the rescue, they need to be defending in against the Soul Reapers. But there is the Rukaya. I see the player, right? And the Rukaya, that means this might be good the party. That is the free team. Named as the free team, but they can be competing with the team Metaminds. Now the free team interrupts with the Soul Reapers, and Soul Reapers has lost their KK. And then the Soul Reapers eliminating the Executioners. Enigma Going with the first grenade gets them this point. Yep. The Soul Reapers has completed the elimination, and now they have eliminated executioners, and now they do have those four of eliminations. From this second stage, Miramind Tabletop has been able to take to the points. Team Free team as the second competitor has taken to the points means the remaining gap remains the same. It's the same where they have been starting these competitions so far. If Team Miraminds is just gonna continue the elimination point, and Team Free team would also take the same number of eliminations, then the gap point would remain the same, right? So that is the competition. If Team Free team wants to cross over Team Miramind, they need to dominate more than Team Miramind, or they need to survive more time than Team Miramind. And obviously, if you just only survive but cannot take an elimination points, you'd be just behind your competitors, and the way you would not love to compete with. The Team Hatera Fears is still waiting for their comeback with just 7 points for the gap. Then the Soul Reapers from this last leaders trying to scout out on the edge. Then we see G4 guard looking or watching out for Enigma, Nine Tails. What was that? We just mini-pointing it to rest out the player from this running vehicle. That is accurate, right? But the Enigma, it will be eliminated. And then TSRs, Miles, they'll be doing it good. Now, we know what could happen. We do definitely know what could happen. Now, I'd like to, listen to the music. And with listening the music, I'd love to cast this time. It's the final 16 teams on this third stage, gentlemen. And you do know, right? You do know about these 16 teams. It is Quantum X on the list. Now, most wanted. Are they watching for the players? Yeah, from such a long range, they're watching for the players. It's definitely gonna be the team most wanted too, with the team QXS. The next circle, it's closing in within just 8 seconds, and the zone has been closed. A new zone has occurred on the southern with the Lost Lineage support, with the La Bendita support. That's the team Mirabind in the center. That is the team QX on the western. And there we see team Lenin Sports in the northern, and some of the teams in the eastern and the southern too. But most wanted, how he did the vehicle flip in that kind of situation. He was in a hurry. Miramind fighting with team on back. And that's the team on back on the 6th position. The tabletoppers has gotten the 6th competitor. And they do share a lot of points of a gap. Just 25 plus points. Yeah. So I hope a team on back sport would be able to regroup at once. The grenade comes to Istria. And Istria is taking a lot of damages, but he still insists to encounter it. Then I see team OG Sports from this La Bandita. Mr. Windtalk's waiting for the place to be inside. He exposed himself. It's completely compromised. He goes to the first knock, but no, is not getting any knocks. It's lowish to be finishing the players. Now we see team most wanted on this list, on this hunt list. And now we know for most wanted, why so serious is eliminated. But now we're done to the avoiding teams. That's the most wanted fighting with team Quantum X again. This fight will definitely take a lot of times, and now I see Quantum X. I've been scouting so far. The third party should not come right now. If the third party comes in, Quantum X are losing the position. Free team inside of this shack, waiting for a perfect visual. This team, gentlemen, is the second competitor team has taken their 5 eliminations at the third stage and looks forward for more. They just need to take 3 more points to cross over to mid-mines. Team Tier Rukaya has taken EPS Gyrox. It's Team Freedom, yeah, and Freedom has made another knock. This is good. Epsilon X is in the problem. Now, Flanky has gotten such a good weapon in the hand. That's Liva with top G's with mini 14. I was talking about Levi. I said that's Liva at the end. Yeah, Guraki has made a good knock. It's Flanky from Epsilon X. Wow, such a big split, right? It's such a big split. Epsilon X. Watching out for the players to be moving in. And they're heroes tonight, right? It's in GCs. Fighting again. The zone is taking the northern and the southern teams are in the problem. Team Lenin Esport has eliminated Team NGCs. Epsilon X in the problem. Cannot go with the rescues. So Sharp Kaiser has taken the decision to just get inside of the next zone. Midamines fighting with the team most wanted. And now Sharp Kaiser, even after trying to get the vehicle on the back gear, he's just losing lots of HPs. Now he's got such a good opportunity to pump in the first aid kit to heal up. And now he knows where the players are. He charges in with the mini 4 and he sees the players. The players also knows where he is right now. Uh-oh. He just tweaks with the scope. And now he's getting eliminated by 9 tails from such a long range. Freedom has taken 9 eliminations and now Team Freedom would definitely become the new table topper after this 9 eliminations. Still, the Team Freedom has gotten a lot of points. Now, it's a good time. It's a good time. So 11 teams for the competition. So yeah. Again, I see the metamines. Okay. Give me a second. Okay. No. I'm back. Garrick Genesis with us from this graveyard. The Garrick Genesis has got a good responsibility. It is indeed, gentlemen, the 4th stage, and we got him Garrick Genesis on the edge of this stage, so they need to get inside as soon as they can. We're just avoiding the casualties about the gatekeepers. Now then, I see the team most wanted and been trying to make some visual blockage for the down rounds for the team standing next to them. It's Team QRX. Okay, or Quantum X, you might say. For I can see some of the tags as more. More means more Vex's tag, right? Okay, not bad. Hype Eve has taken Plague Daddish. Then Kirito been taken out. Tyson been taken out with Lewis with just a good grenade. And that's it. Most wanted team. Yeah, definitely going in with the get kept. Not drawn. He's got the first knock. It's VP trying to spam instead of the smoke. Rolex knows who to place the control. Nourish. Try to encounter with it. Night Brown gets to the knocks with just 1 grenade. And then Chapo V4 comes closer. Knows what the final player is and eliminates Team 2. That's it. Team QX being eliminated. And they lost some of the teams 2 on the other sides. There was Gurglin is supposed to be eliminated by Team Hatiara Cruz. Just the final player was left. And the player was just been hit with a grenade by Apollo. Apollo, the fastest vehicle on the world. So now we see the top 9 teams on this very third game, gentlemen. You are watching the Vex Event. And this is the grand finals. This is the match number 3 with your host QRK talking and explaining for the competition. You see Team Garlic Genesis, that's Viagra 71. He just knows that the grenade will be hunting him down, and he knows where to fight in. He switches his position again. Has got his full team, and that's Midman Sports in the backside of the team. Garlic Genesis. Hatcher Chris fight to team Red Eye Sports and Red Eyes in contest with VNY would be taken out completely. Apollo would be finishing the kills, and then Tashi was taken YYG. Agura could take out Blaze. Vipu would take out Tashi, and there comes the third party, man. There comes the third party. Team Red Eye Sports are not available anymore. With the top 6 teams, TSR's Miles should be eliminated. Midamite Aru has been charged up with the mini 14, and that's it. Team Garlic Genesis has interrupted with the Midamite from the northern to the southern. Such a big location to be covered in. You should mini screen. Yeah, that's Team 3 team coming close to the team. Hatiara Krish has taken down Hatiara Krish. All of them was wiped out. So 12 eliminations for the Team 3 team, and that means they're just taking 42 points for now. As Team Midamite is just getting on to 40 points. Now Team Magic has got one of the teammates, and Team Lenin Sports been eliminated by Team Garlic Genesis. So that means Team Garlic Genesis would take 6 eliminations, but for the Midamite and for the Team 3 team, it's time for the Team 3 team to be eliminated. He's on the edge and 100 meters away from the next stage, right? So Midamite still competing, so far so good. This is the third game, and I can see them making the consistency in this game too. They were playing the final end game of the first match. They did play the end game of the second match, and now they're playing the end game of this third match too. And now with 6 eliminations, Team Garlic Genesis are looking for the Midamites. 9 tails from the Team 3 team are looking for the Midamites too with the Team Garlic Genesis, but he definitely needs to get close, get into the next 6th stage if he wants to survive. Now, it's the Midamite Sports only getting just 4 eliminations. If they get eliminated on this 4th position, they'll be taking those 4 of placements. And before that, they want Team free team to be eliminated. Now look at that, Team free team losing. Not free team, that's Team most wanted. Yeah, they're losing the players because of the 7th switch to be shrinking in, and the team would just lose all of them. I hope most wanted somehow able to dodge the damage. Then it's Phoenix to be taken out. Another player of Team Garlic Genesis, and that weakens Garlic Genesis, right? So Team Garlic Genesis isn't the problem for now, but somehow I see the second competitor's free team is getting inside, but no, Ninetales is lost. What? That is Chapo V4 eliminates the competitor free team, and a free team only has total of 16 points from this game, and that means they do share 46 total points, where Team Midamind has taken total 40 points, and now the Midamind waiting for the next chicken dinner. Yes, Chapo takes Sad Mad. That's another team fighting with the tabletoppers Midaminds. Now Garlic Genesis definitely has some responsibilities to roll in for the third party. Yeah, but Midamind Esports is getting ready again and again. They need to rescue up, but they cannot as the time is running out too quick, and they only do have 19 seconds to go. But Team Garlic Genesis not giving them time to do so. They're just slamming in lots of grenades. But still, the Garlic Genesis has got another responsibility. The rescue is completed from the Midamind side, but Team Garlic Genesis knows that they need to just, take over 2 of the angles. It's Midamind getting close. Now knows where Ryzen is. Charges the grenade for Ryzen. Phoenix knocks out Ryzen with the grenade. Such an accurate one. Now Midamind's getting aggressive. And Midamans knows that they need a lot of elimination points right now. Garlic Genesis in trouble in the problem. Charges a grenade in the altar, but Viagra 71 somehow been able to deal here. Charges the spray, but Sadbat takes him too. And Midamand Sports eliminated the next player standing to them. And that's it, gentlemen. The chicken dinner is coming in for the Midamind Esports. Yes, this is the first chicken dinner that the Midamind Esports is winning. And they were successful on this third time. Now the winner chicken dinner. That'll be celebrated for the Metamind Sports. Definitely, the team is just securing the numbers one spot with the combination of with the combination with the team free team, right? Now, free team did it so great. 9 tail series indeed with the final survival. Yeah, and another 4 points been taken by 9 tails. That was such a good contribution. But Metamind, after just taking down Team Garrix Genesis, they have taken out the final play too. So that's it. The chicken is coming out. But with how much points? It was total of 8 eliminations, and the chicken dinner gets them 18 total points. That was previously 36, and then 46 with 8 more means 54 total points for Team Midmind Sports for now. After this third game, the score has been settled, gentlemen, and total of 16 points been taken by the team. So that means 46 points for the team free team. Yeah, so free team is still on the top second with total 46 points. Anti-Metamind is still on the top number 1 position with 54 points. So 46 to 54. That means it's really a great gap. Look at that. 10,590 of total healings and total 71 of knocks and 73 of eliminations, 8 of grenade eliminations and 38 of assists. 0 of vehicle eliminations right there for the match summary after the 3 games. You're watching the mini Vex Event, right? And the comparison, that's SMWs with the team Metaminds. Both starts the alphabet with M and ends with D and one ends with W. But Team MW has taken 2,964 total damages, where 12 knocks and then enough eliminations, 24 minutes and 4 seconds for the survival, and 19 total points without the chicken dinner, with 13 eliminations and 6 of plus 10 points. But for the Metamind Sports, it was 1,970, not 70, but 37 total damages with 9 knocks and 8 elims. And that was the last team to survive, the Metamind Sports, which is winning the chicken dinner. And in total, they're getting total 18 points. And that's it. The MVP total that's getting for Chapo V4 with 5 elims and 13 and 48 of damages in total. 1,348 damages in total for himself alone, with 4 assists and 5 knocks and total of 266 healings. This player did great. Now, the top class that says Chapo V4. After him, it's 9 tails, again with 6 elims and 1,000 and damages. Nidron, now with 5 elims and 600 plus damages. Saron with 4 elims and 600 plus damages. Lois with 4 elims and 400 plus damages. And all of them are just doing it good on the overall top list. But before we say that, we're moving in for the match rankings. It's 19 points for the team MWs without the chicken dinner, and 18 points with the chicken dinner for the consistency for team Metamind Sports. Then the free team has taken 16 points. These are the competitors of Metamind, and Garrix Genesis has gotten 11. Atera Chris has taken 8. The Soul Reapers has gotten 5. Lelina Sports has gotten 5, TNGs has gotten 4, 4.4 Team Garrix Sports and 4 for the Team White Series. 3.4 Team AD Sports and 3.4 the Team On-Back Sports. 2 points for the Team Red Eyes and Silver Star has gotten 2. And 1 point for the Team Black Belt team, right? But 0 points for Team NGCs, Executioners, Quantamx, OG Sports and Epsilon X for this game. But now, gentlemen, we have completed witnessing the 3 games, the 3 competition matches. Yeah, or the 3 matches full of competitions, full of settlements. Now it's time for us to witness the top list before we head on or jump in for the final game to be happening in, right? 9 tails still maintaining the number 1 position with a slightly lower damage, like 2,127, but with higher elimination points, 14 eliminations in total, where Mindolf is taking the higher damages, but with a slightly lower eliminations, like 12 eliminations, and that's why he's on the top second now. Team Free Team with Team Metaminds on the overall MVP leaderboard 2. Then Free Team has gotten another player, that's Rivo on the top 3. Then Metamind has gotten another player on the top 4. And that's all with 10 elims. But then Miss Loco from Hatiara Chris definitely inside in the top 5 list on the overall top list. And now that's it. The competition says Metamind has their 54 points. Team Free Team has their 46 points. That means 13 points for the gap. Yeah, not 13 points, but 9. Mm, eight, eight, 8 points for the gap. Yeah. Hatera Chris has gotten 37 total points. On the top three, they'll be competing for the final game. Timaris Rede Sports has gotten 24. MWS has gotten 19 and Lenin Sports has gotten 16. 14 points for Team Garrick Genesis and 14 points for Team On Back. 14 points for Team TSRX and 11 points for Team NGSS. Same 11 points goes for Team ATs and OG Sports has gotten 10. 10 points for Team Gs, 9 points for Team TNGs. 8 points for Team HBH and 6 points for Team WSS means Vice Serious's. 6 points for Team EPSS, Epsilon X, and 4 points for Team Executioners, QX, and Squad of taking 4, and they'll be taking those 3 points. But the table toppers, the top 3 teams are competing. It's so good. It's 8 points in the making in the gap, whether in free team, whether in Midminds. But can Team Midmind be able to maintain their championship title, the winner title? Can they take it? Or will it be the team free team to be crossing over to Midmind Sport? That depends upon the droplet battles, right? Gentlemen, the upcoming match would be on the Erangel map, and we're gonna have a lot of droplet battles on this Erangel map. We're gonna expect the tabletop teams to be consistent, to be playing the end game. Right now, it's me, your host, Kivark on the caster desk again. You're watching the mini Vex event. Now would be like to take a little bit of break before the final game starts. So till then, stay tuned. Gentlemen, you have clearly witnessed the competition for the first three games, right? Yes, it's me, QR Kanekasa Desk, witnessing the competition between the top teams. Now we have seen after the first three games, the team Midamind Sports is on top with 54 total points and sharing a gap point with the team, sharing a lead gap point with the team Free Mind Esport. Now, it's the final game for this night to be judging in that which team can become the table topper. Now, if Team Freemind needs to be on top, they need to eliminate Team Midamind Disputes at first, or some of the Midamind Disputes needs to be eliminated. And if Team Freemind, yes, they are getting eliminated, then the Midamind Disputes can definitely have a good moment while enjoying till the finals, right? But now let's look out for the flight path as it starts from the 70 from the northern and it ends on the southern. Now every team is just getting on their own. At first, I see Yasna Apollina been marked as the drop location for to the teams. Then school compound, then Rozok, then the southern of the Pochinki, then the Georgia Pole, and the whole area of Georgia Pole, like hospital, the containers, the northern city, the southern city, then Peripia, then it will be on the military base. Now I see a lot of things happening here. I see the zone been supporting Rins as the center point. Gatska Pochinki is inside on the first stage. Now let me just lay down my head on the bed, and then today I'm gonna cast while I'm gonna laying down with my pillow on the bed. So this is gonna be interesting. So let us witness the competition, right? Yeah, at first I see TNTs fighting on the Georgia Pool side. Team Quantumx starting the battle with Team Silva. Silva SVs. Then Team SVs losing out the first player, but they cannot go for the rescue. This is the last game which will judge for the teams, like if they can become the table topper or not. And then I see the Team Quantumx waiting for their opportunities to go for the encounters. Then it's Team On Back Esports losing out Tyson. Then Laiva getting the knock from the kill feed. Then Team Free Team is just securing their first point. Team Free Team securing their second point. Metaminds hasn't started any. Between the 8 points of the gap, 2 points been settled. Now 6 more points are needed for the Team Free Team to be competing with the Midmind Sports. This is going to be a neck-to-neck competition between the teams. Now I see Team OG Esports from inside of the compound. Oh, look at that! Doritos has taken not only one but two the knocks from two different angles on the stairs and on the front door side. And Doritos has made not only one v two but one with three classes in total from this Georgia Pulse location. I think Quantum X would not survive anymore. We have lost our first team, and that was Team Quantum X. In the hand of Team, yeah, in the hand of another esports team. Now it's Team 80 Esports in front of you, and look at this, Lelina Esports in front of us on the Georgia Pool city. Definitely they're sharing the city. NGC's losing out the players. More Vex Sports, yeah, one of the teammate named as Phoenix been hunted down. NGC's trying to regroup again, trying to rescue the player again. Raider Esports going smooth. Team Raider Esports is just trying to lead, getting the lead against On Back again. And then I see Team On Back losing out the players. Raider Esports eliminating two the players of the Miraminds. Now the table toppers, the Miramind Esports, losing to the teammates, and the rest of the two would survive. Team Epsilon and Axe would fight with Team Garix Herds. And then I see Team On Back Esports fighting with the team. Then there is the Team Garix Genesis. Okay, is that the Team Garix Genesis? Some other team, I do not know. But okay, I'd love to hope for Lelina Esports. Team Why So Serious? Okay, that's Why Villain, right? His name was Why Villain. I love that. I love that. Why is a villain? I know that every villain has a backstory and the situation that made them as villains. Yeah, it's really a sad story. Every time it happens, and the movies shows like this. So this is also some stories, but for the Rimgaric Genesis, it's really not going so smooth because they are losing the players, and not only one but two of the players, not only two but total three of the players. So only one of the player would be remaining to fight till the end of this complete final game. This is the number fourth game for this Vex event, and this is the last game which will judge for the winner team for the runner-up teams. Yeah, and Capozinho eliminated the player of Gorex Genesis, and then ICTS at Top G's interrupting with him Y Villain, and then NGC Esports taking the charge. Now, why so serious is inside. NGC is trying to make it inside, and Team Why so serious trying to defend against it, but Pink no, and then Deathstep, okay, Deathstep knows where the player is, just waits to get outside and then charge the DVS. Now he knows where the flanking guns should be, could be. Then BIP supports the team with a good encounter, good shot within a scar line. Then Deathstep waiting for a perfect angle, a perfect moment. Deathstep has taken elation. And Deathstep wants to take the next knock too. Okay, it's been such slight sneak peek from Top G's, and Top G's has just used his S12K within such a good one, and then Top G has been eliminated just like that. But that's fair with just a good finish with a good final blow. Why so serious? Eliminated TSR. Metamine's in trouble. Metamine's in trouble. It's still Metamine's did a good clutch against him. Red Eye Esports. Let's go for the Minimites. It's been such just a bad position for the Minimites because just a solo player needed to heal up. Yes, he healed up, but he needs to rescue his players. But Minimind, can they do rescue the players? Yes, they can. Maybe it's Aru from Minimind Esports to be fighting alone, and Aru goes in for the rescue. Wow, it is possible. Was it possible? Hatera Cruz eliminated Team Epsilon X, and that's it. Hatera Q counts their first four elimination points. Now it's Team Red Sports trying to get close. Yeah, they do know where the player is coming in. And that's it. Team Red Sports is just being eliminated. What a final finish. What a final clutch by the Red Sports. That is YYG to be eliminating the Team Minds by clutching them out. But was that the team Miramind Sports or was that the team MWs? I'm a bit of confused, but I think that's team Miramind Sports, right? Yeah, I see it right. I see it right. It's Miramind. It's the table toppers. Now it's only for the 9 points, yeah, to be covered in by the team 3 team. And I see team Lady Sports tried so different to defend against the players from the rooftop. He did take out one of the player, but he didn't been able to didn't been able to take three of the players on the full team now. Yeah, this obviously definitely he'd need a good shotgun in his hand to be charging in against those players. And a back-to-back slams like dumb, 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 dumb. But no, it was not happening. But now the tabletop has been eliminated. So the thing I was talking about, like either one of the teams should be eliminated if they wants to compete with one another. And Team Freedom didn't even need it to eliminate Team Metamind. But now all the things that Team Metamind can do, and just hope for that Team Free Team would also get eliminated, right? Yeah, so let's go for the Team Free Team. Yeah, overall it's total of 48 total points for the Team Free Team, and now they need 7 more points to cross over to Midmind and become the new table topper and set as the winner for them. Hatiara Cruz on the top 3 and Reda Esports on the top 4. Now it's Team Black Belt team scouting out, and then a Black Belt being in the problem because of the shotgun. Wintox taking another one, OG's taking another one, Tesser's taking another one. BGB is countering with the team TSRs, and TSRs eliminating the kills. Free team going with the third knock, and free team has started it really good. And then VIP would be hunted down again, and free team has gotten their 40. Now free team has definitely secured the 50 points. Now they need 5 more points to fight with one. So let's go, Black team. Wow. Black team. Oh my goodness, got spotted. Black team is losing the final player. It's EZ. Wow. Without any of the first aid kits, only has 15 bandages. Now then, Team TSRs getting close to them. It's not that bad. Not that bad. Not that bad. Not that bad. Only solo player really be able to just survive. I guess not. The grenade is set to come close, and DJ is still hoping for the bandages to heal him up. And now he watches for the player. He traces the player, and he is getting trashed out too by SGs and the Soul Reapers getting their first elimination in numbers. 4 in numbers. It's the final 12 teams to compete with the team Gurklin Esports. Yes. And Gurklin is still in the city of Georgia Pool's southern one to deal for one, but I guess it's not gonna be that easy because they need to get out of the compounds, but that's not possible for this moment. So for OG Sports, it can be a good chance for them. But now they do know that someone is crossing over the bridge, and they should just wait next to the city. That's none other than Free Team. Wow, it's Free Team. Yes, the second competitors, which needs 5 more points to fill in the gaps, to fill in the competition with the Metaminds. But can they secure 5 more points? Is it really possible? Is it really happening? Yes, it is indeed, because they do have one of the greatest player named as Nine Tails, Rukaya, a good, I cannot pronounce the player right now. Yeah, indeed, I can go for OG Sports as the situation is getting worsen and more worsen because of the teams taking the same kind of decisions like holding till the next zone comes. Now, it is the team Vices Serious. Needs a lot of points. It is the team Hatiara Crews. Needs some of the points. Like definitely team Hatiara Crews needs the chicken dinner. Yeah, if they can get the chicken dinner, then they'd have 20 points of a collection. If they can have 20 points of a collection while stopping down team Hatia, while stopping down team Freedom, then it might be possible for Team Hatiara Creed to be on top because Team Midamind only has 55 total points and Team Hatiara Crew has a total 37 points. Now Hatiara Crew has taken 4 points. If they take 16 more points, then they'd be on top with a total 57, right? 37 plus 20 gets total 57 points. And if the number is 57 and Team Midamind is not taking any more than 55, Team Free Team, the second competitor, would be eliminated, then definitely it's the chance for Team Hatiara Krios. Now Hatiara Krios knows this, and Hatiara Krios wants lots of points, right? And that's why Team Hatiara Krios goes in for another elimination. Look at that. Hatiara Krios just eliminated another team and has taken 2 the more placement, not placement but elimination points. Before the match gets ended, we do not know how much placement points the teams are getting for. Now the Molotov has been charged inside and the second competitors are just trying in. Oh, look at the sneak knock by Rivo. Has taken a Twix and then Joshi with no kill. Now. It's 7 eliminations for the team Free Teams. Now Free Teams are just getting close and Executioners winning. From Gut Guy, it's Executioners defending against Team Eddie Sports. And Eddie Sports knows what the Nasty is. And Nasty getting eliminated, passed out by the jump shot. Yes, while he was in a jump shot. Now Executioners would be eliminated out too. It's the final 9 teams, yes, and now we see YYGs with 5 eliminations, and then Red Esports with the closing combat. Hatiara Chris, look at that. Oh, is it? Hatiara Chris, are they fighting with the team Free Team? Yes, indeed. The top 2 competitors, Free Team and Hatiara Chris, been engaged in a close combat battle. If one of the team just gets lost and one of the team owns, if Hatiara Crew winning this battle, then they would be the winner of this scrim. If Team Free Team is winning the battle, then they'd be announced as the winner team. Definitely that's gonna be. But is the Team Free Team really winning? Hatiara Crew is really good squad, but we'd love to watch out for Nine Tails and Rivo to be fighting back against Hatiara Crew. But Hatiara Crew is not letting them fall back from this location too. On the other side, it's Team OG Sports fighting with Team Garlic Genesis and G is losing lots of the players. And then we gunned down. Juicy takes out KK. The team's old Reapers is facing the play losses. Chris Loco been traced out. Juicy been taking another player. And then the OG Esports be eliminated. The Soul Reapers, yeah, staying the final point. Now it's Nine Tails getting so close. Hatera pushing the problem. Hatera Cruz. Can they rescue? No, they cannot. Juicy been eliminated. Teammate Esports eliminated too. It's down for the top 7 teams for now to settle down the score to judgment. Yeah, to judge or to get judged. Now look at Tashi. Oh wow, Tashi, she was so close to the first knock, but now she definitely needs the support from Apollo. But Apollo knows that he needs to survive alone if he wants to, compete with Team Magic G's, right? Not Magic G's, but as per the tag, that should be the Magic G's, but this is the team. Um, Free team. Yeah, I know that. Now Apollo falls back. That's the best decision so far. But would it be traced out by the team? No, I think not. Free team will not trace him, but can go for the trace, right? Yeah, free team scouts out about the place, like where the player can go nearest to the nearest compound, and they're just scouting for that location, right? So they'll be getting here. Team TNZ Sports, yes, it's definitely gotta be a good thing for the team because Team TNZs are just, this is a matter of fact that the team is surviving. Yeah, it's still, this is the final game, right? This is the last game, right? So for this fourth stage, for this 1 minute of time, the team is expecting a good comeback. But only the top 4 team can go for the champions battle. Red A Sports is still available. And they needed a total of 29 points, but not that much of pressure left to be taken. So yeah, it's Team TNG. Now they have spotted Team Moisture Series, the tag of YSS at WSS. So now WSS just been able to defend with just 1 of HPs because of a vehicle that he was taken to for the cover in the making, and they just got in the prone shape. Now I see Team TNG Sports been inside the compound, and then you see the fourth stage is just getting non-supported by the Team TNZ, but TNZ knows that they need to trace out the vehicle again. They're just charging in for the vehicle, and the vehicle getting struck. It definitely did a lot of damages for the Team Watcher Series, but not that far. Free team has taken 9 freaking eliminations, and that means they need just 1 more. Yeah, if they get one more elimination point, then free team would become the new table toppers. The Soul Reapers, yeah, walking away from the range. Now they have clearly understood. They have found out about the Team Relay Sports. This is the 4th competitor, and the Soul Reapers are the 5th competitor. But the Soul Reaper doesn't have that much of points to compete with the tabletop of Miramind Sports. Now, definitely, free team getting attacked. One of the players taken down. If and only if they can rescue back, then they can fight back. Then they can take 1 of the elimination points. But this team, named as free team on screen right now, needs just 1 more elimination point to compete with Metamind Esports. If it takes 1 more elimination point, then they'd be competing with Team Metamind as the new table topper. Now, Metamind's 9 Tails eliminates the player BRP, and that means free team is just crossing over Metamind with this elimination point. That's it, gentlemen. Now, free team is the new table topper for you. Hatera Crew fights with Vicer Series, and Hatera Crew eliminates the player of Vicer Series. Then it was Rivo eliminating Deathstare, and that deals the final elimination of the team. Now, the free team definitely gets the number of elimination points that was needed to compete with the Team Miramind. Now, it's the Team Soul Reapers still trying to slam into the compound where Team Red A Sports are defending off, but you see, with 12 eliminations, the free team has become the new table toppers of this mini Vex event. Now, Team Miramind Sports tried great, but it's time for Team Hatera Crew to cross over to Miramind's 2. They have those 44 points. They need a total of 10 plus points more. Yeah, they need total of that points to be competing in, but not anymore, not anymore. It is indeed the Soul Reapers. The Soul Reapers need to be careful. Miles from Soul Reapers watching out. Yes, Miles has got the knock. Miles has gotten the encounter knock. It's Python to be encountering with Miles, and Miles would be just bleeding out. Hatera Chris Apollo is still in the making, man. He's in the solo, and the Soul Reapers is just doing it good. Now, the Soul Reapers is on the edge of this fifth stage, and that means the Soul Reapers is in such a bad position because Red A Sports can take the single player out in just 10 seconds. For Team Hatera Crews, that's Apollo, and what Apollo can do is he can just compete close of him, and then Apollo just using a grenade to go for the first knock. Apollo knows where the final play is. He gets inside and he takes up the final play too, and that was Rocky. So Hatera Chris Apollo still he hasn't given up yet. He's not giving up. He's fighting back. He's competing with team. Free team. Now free team definitely needs to be get eliminated, but there is only one team who can eliminate the free team, and that is the team Red A Sports. But for team Red A Sports, they've got really big problems because they're out of the zone and they only do have 30 seconds of times left to get inside in the next sixth stage. But they do have lots of teams awaiting on different checkpoints for them to come out and then to trash out. But the free team is on the other side. In the middle, we see Apollo. On the southern, we see Enigma. It's the Soul Reapers. Enigma is getting spotted. Enigma trying to dress out. Enigma will definitely go for the first knock, but Enigma, before he switches the weapon to the shotgun, Python takes him and eliminates Enigma. Now Team Red A Sports loses the buggy, the support of the buggy, and that means the player would be getting stuck out. He watches for the southern western. That's the free team. Rivo gets the first knock. That was Eliation. It's YYG and Python to fight back with the team free team. Now free team definitely wants this final game to be eliminated with the chicken dinner. That's Apollo from the team of Tiara Kubis, and Apollo would definitely get stressed out. Yes, he got stressed out by Rivo. That was such an aggressive format, but Apollo was eliminated, and the chicken dinner comes for the team free team, and that's it. The winner. Chicken dinner goes for the team free team, as the winner title would be going out for them because they have crossed over the team Metamind Sports on this competition. You were watching, gentlemen, the PMT. He represents Movex, the Minivex tournament, and now we saw the competition, the flip on this final game, and the flip was coming out from the team free team with the chicken dinner with lots of eliminations. Congratulations and bravo to the team free team for winning the chicken and finishing the tournament and walking away with a phenomenal victory. It's Rukia. Yeah, I'd love to say Rukia, but it's Rukia, you might say that. Rivo, Ninetales, and Aguraki. Now I saw that they were taking total of 14 eliminations with the chicken dinner that became 24 points for the collection. In the making. 6 eliminations with 1057 total damages from Rivo. 5 eliminations with 1039 total damages from Ninetales. Now, nice. That's nice. 75 total eliminations were there. 78 total knockouts were there. 6,975 total healings were there. And 46 of assists and 7 of grenade eliminations. 0 of vehicle eliminations were there. That's the match summary. Now I would love to talk about the MVP players of this game, but before that we'd love to walk out for the head-to-head segment where we'd be watching for the team free team to be fighting against Team Red A Sports or some of the other teams who would dominate. That is the team Hatera Crews been taking total 14 points and free team been taking 24 points with 14 eliminations, 12 knocks and 2,653 total damages by the team Magic G's with the survival time of 22 minutes of 7 seconds. And for the team Hatera Crews, it is 14 total points of a collection with 9 eliminations and 7 knockouts and 1527 of total damages. Hatiara Chris did it great, and they tried it great because they had only one of the players remaining for the battle to be competing in. The comparison has been ended. Now it's time to witness for the MVP. Yes, and the MVP title that goes for none other than Raivu from the free team with 1057 damages and 6 eliminations so far. This is the team which is going to be the winner. This is the team which is going to be taking the MVP title. I guess so. Yeah, let's go with the 2 assists and the 246 of total healings and 6 of knockouts, 6 of eliminations, and 1057 of total damages. Rivo did it great. Now it's time to witness the overall match rankings and then no, the overall MVP lists of this game, and only for this game, right? Ninetales, the competitor on the overall MVP leaderboard. UUYY, the competitor on the overall leaderboard. Apollo from Atiara Cruz and Tomro Mante. Chiemaro Mante. Maybe. Okay, that's maybe Roman. That might be, or TMR Oman. Yeah, with 4 elims and 733 of total damages. That's it. Thamromante. Oh, okay. Thamromante. That means your man. That's it. I just got the confirmation. Your man. Matlab tumhari aadmi. So that means someone's husband. Or you might say like, okay, he's a man, right? Let's go for the match rankings, like how much points the teams have been taking from this match, this final game, right? Yes. Team Free Team taking 24, Attack is taking 14, 13 for Team Red Sports, the Soul Reapers taking 10, 9 for Team Gurglin, 9 for Team AT Sports, 7 for Team OG Sports, 5 for Team Moisture Series, 5 for Team Epsilon X, 3 for the Team TNGs, 2 for the team On-Back Esports, 2 for the team Lerina Esports, 1 for the team NGC, 1 for the team Executioners, 1 for the team Midamind Esports, 1 for the team Quantum X. Black Belt team got X Genesis, Most Wanted, and Silver Star. Be just getting out from this game empty-handed. That's it, gentlemen. The tournament, the event, the night event has been completed. Now we know who is the winner. Let's go and watch out for the winner teams. After the match rankings, we're gonna head for the overall top players list. Then we might go for the overall MVP list, right? Yes, the overall MVP of the tournament is coming in for Ninetales with 19 total eliminations in within just the 4 games. Average KD of 4.75, average knocks of 4.5, average damage of 791.5, and average assist of 1, and average hitting of almost 200, like 196.5. So that's enough. Congratulations for Ninetales for becoming the most valuable player from the team Free Teams. Yeah, Free Team definitely deserves it. Ninetales, as the power of Naruto, he's definitely getting on it with 3000 and plus damages, 3166 and 19 total eliminations. The eliminations were higher because the damage were higher, more from the team Free team, that was Rival, with 3,378 of total damages and 15 only of elimination. So that's where the lackings put effort. You put a lot of efforts into the competition, but only with 15 eliminations. Now, gentlemen, the winner would be the Free Team with 70 total points, only with the 15 points of a gap. And Miraband Sports would be the runner-up of this tournament. The first runner-up title goes for the team Miraband Sports. Congratulations to the top 2 teams. Arteta Chris getting 51 total points. Congratulations to the top 3 teams. Free Team, the winners, the champions. Miraband, the runner-ups. And Arteta Chris, the second runner-ups. And then Team Red Sports, the third runner-up with 37 points. And Team TSRX, the fourth runner-up on top 5 with 24 points. That's it on the top 5 teams. Congratulations to them. Congratulations for all the teams for participating in here. Team AD Sports taking 20. MW taking 19. G taking 19. Lerin has played it good with 18 points. OG Sports has played it good with 17 points on the 4 games. On back has played it good with 16 points. 14 points for Team Garage Genesis. 12 points for Team NGCs. 12 points for the team TNJRs, 11 points for the team WSS, 11 points for the team EPSS, and 8 points for the team HBs, 5 points for the team XCs, and 5 points for the team QXS. BKBs are taking those 3 points too. That's it, gentlemen. The overall standings is completed, and my time is over. Look at the match schedules. The first game gone for Hatiara Chris. The second game was gone for Team Rida Sports. and the third game was gone for Team Morvex Sports, and the final game and the comeback match was coming in for the Team Free Team, and now they'll roam in the sky freely. It's your host QRK, known as Quirky Arc as the most, and called as QRK from the Asia, as your host on the custody desk. I'd be taking the end tonight. Stay tuned, keep supporting the organization and your favorite teams. For that, let's get a good night today. So, bye.